when the original networks, computer networks, worked because they were so tightly controlled. They were very, very difficult to use. They were highly managed and very constrained. Who got on, what the protocols were, how big they could get. All that was centrally administered, generally. The internet came along. It's an inter-network. It's a network of networks. And so the priority was to make it extremely easy, to lower the barrier for connecting new networks into it so the thing would grow rapidly. And as a result, it was architected to be not to have any central control points. No, there is no central administration. There's nobody you have to apply to and fill out a form in order to post something new or even to join the internet. You just, And as a result, it grew at a rate nobody predicted and beyond human imagination, and has scaled now to numbers that are impossible to even contemplate. And the price that we pay for this is also the great glory of the internet. Anybody can plug anything they want to into it and put any type of content, any idea that they want on it. And so the thing is wildly uncontrolled. That is absolutely at the heart of its success. It is wildly, radically uncontrolled. Well, that means it is a field ripe for emergence. I'll give you an example. In the notion of the hyperlink is not new with the web. It goes back decades earlier, and there were hyperlinked publishing systems well before the web, where you would get the equivalent of a word processor, and you'd have a mechanism by which you could put in a link that goes from this electronic page to that electronic page. And typically it was used in very controlled environments like the online manuals for running a battleship. Here's a set of documentation, and experts will link it up, and incredibly useful because of the hyperlinks. The web, which is layered, of course, on top of the internet, took that notion and said, oh, okay, well, you know what? We'll let anybody create a hyperlink. A reader, a writer of any sort can put in a hyperlink wherever she wants. You don't have to go through a step of compiling the documents and making sure that it works perfectly with all other documents. You know what? We'll let some of the hyperlinks, they'll fail. I hyperlink to a document, a page, the page goes away, my hyperlink breaks. Oh well, we'll put up with that because the advantage is that we will get billions and billions of pages. I mean, hundreds of billions of pages and maybe 1 trillion links. I mean, it's something like that. We're willing to pay the price to get that sort of creativity. And so what we have is a field that is so ripe for emergence. It is so chaotic and so messy and so broken and so rich at the same time that emergence is so far removed from a Newtonian rule-based or governmental idea of how processes should work or organizational theory. It's the anti of all that, and so it is absolutely ripe with and rife with emergence. Of course, emergent properties all over the place.